Hi, it's Arky3. I hope you'll like and share this video because I'm going to show you some amazing things I've discovered in our local mountains. This being the Fra Cristobal Range in Sierra County, New Mexico, where I discovered this image of Santa Claus and the story of Santa Claus. So this is the mountain range running to the north this way and south that way. You can see these two figures on this east slope of the mountains. This red dwarf looks like he's right out of a Snow White, and then this other dark figure that's humanoid. I discovered that Santa Claus appeared to be pointing at this tooth, this really old worn tooth, and that when you look around there's all these other images of pretty nasty looking teeth. So I discovered that this pagan icon that we know about, called Santa Claus, is actually the icon of the dentistry guild or profession. And that dentists would have been really important in these prehistoric societies because if you have a bad tooth, it can take your life. It shortens people's lives. So this is why we have these different images of Santa Claus from different cultures around the world, as they represent the dentists of those cultures. Just like I discovered here at Peña Blanca, New Mexico, that there are different versions of Dracula and that these represent zookeepers. So you can see here in Santa Claus's braid there's a fairy. When you turn it over, it looks like this fairy is crawling out of this tooth. So here's another icon from our own culture, the tooth fairy. It's actually an entity that's being released from a bad tooth when it's being fixed or removed. And then there's the monetary thing of money being exchanged for this service. So Santa Claus wasn't delivering gifts, he was probably receiving gifts. Here's a close-up showing this amazing art all over these hills. It's all man-made disturbance, and it's verifiably so if you go out and look closely at the mountains around you. You'll find the same thing there. So with oblique lighting like this, you see the shapes of the hills, but you lose the images because you need direct lighting to get the color to come out. And a lot of this imagery again appears to be related to dentistry. Here there appears to be people operating, doing actual oral surgery on people, and there's also indications that they had anesthesia. So I think here in the middle in this disturbance there's probably an important tomb. So it'd be pretty hard to find a way that the magic of erosion and Mother Nature creates these images out of our mountains. And when you go out and look on the ground, it's readily recognizable as human disturbance. You should watch my videos, especially the ones of the Robledo Mountains. All the hills have been engineered and are covered with all this loose, freshly broken rock that's been brought up from below because they were putting tombs in these mountains. So the reason nobody knows this is here is because our scientists have already decided that everything is natural or every disturbance is historic. And when you show them evidence, they won't even look at it. They've already decided. So it's going to take the public to show the scientists that this is here. So when you zoom back out, you can see these two figures again. You can even flip it over and it creates more art. And zoom out even more. Zoom back in, it's pretty undeniable. And it's totally verifiable if you go out and study the mountains. like I've been doing. So watch my videos for more of this. Every time I go out, I discover that every hillside, every mountain, every rock I look at appears to have been modified by ancient man. I've even discovered lots of Christian iconography here in North America. So you have to forget everything you've been told about the prehistory of North America and realize that all these different cultures from around the world were here. They're actually cooperating and working with the Aztec to create an empire in the Valley of Mexico. And that's why we have iconography from different parts of the world.
Great winter festival was underway, and Santa Claus was coming to save the day, to fix everyone's teeth in the cold, riding off in his sleigh full of presents while the tooth fairy counted silver and gold.